Alright, so warrobots went ahead, they've gone and done it, they've did it, it's here, it's a thing, but how crazy is it? Is this thing a monster, or is it just, kind of decent? Alright, so I'm going to record some game footage for the next 1 to 2 hours, and we're going to pick the footage that really lets you see what the sword robot is like. I'm not going to just pick games where I destroy everybody, I'm not going to pick the games where it does bad. I'm going to find the games that really make you get a good idea of what this robot's like on your average game. I don't want you to think a robot's great if it's not, or I don't want you to think it's horrible if it's not. I want you to get my impression of the robot on video, if that makes sense. I don't know if it does or not, but that's what I want to do here. Alright, so first up, these are our specializations. We got a nuke amp, and then we've got the Titan Slayer. And we've got the advanced repair unit on this thing. Now you could put the unstable combat on there, but that's not ideal. That's not always going to be. They change that constantly, so it's always going to be changing. So we're not going to run that on the build video. I think that's currently giving things an unfair advantage, but that conduit will change probably on the next update, and it will not be the same thing. So something that's always changing like that, well, we're going to skip that one. We got the Prime War drone, which was made for this robot. This is just a really good drone for something like this. And then for the pilots, we have the Mira Sharp, if I'm saying that right. So we got Survivor, we got Injured Expert, Thrill Seeker, Wonder Worker, Armor Expert, Destroyer, and Roadhog. I think those are all very good skills for this particular robot. That's right, I said robot. Robot. Alright, so the ability cooldown is 15 seconds for 50% additional damage to Titans, so this should be really good at destroying Titans. 375,000 health, 55 kilometers per hour movement speed, and the Skyfall Slash. And that ability lasts for quite a bit. It does swing the sword a few more times than the regular version of this. I'm also going to review this thing after the gameplay. I'll do a full review on this, give you my full thoughts. I'll let you know what's better, Sword, Ultimate Sword, or the brand new Teth robot. We're going to be playing these Teth robots with no pilot skills on the pilot. So we have a level 70 pilot on there, so it does have like the pilot's main skill, but there are no other skills at all on these Teth robots. We're just kind of doing this for an experiment. But really quick, before we get into the gameplay, check out this little 12-second clip, and then we're going to go do it to it. We are going to go do it to it really hard. When you purchase something on the warrobots web shop, if you click the Support a Creators button and then enter code dannylightning, that really helps support this channel. Sometimes you'll find some great deals and even some free stuff on the web shop as well. There's a link to the web shop in the video's description and in the pinned comment. Alright, so this game footage here should probably answer everybody's question. Is this going to be redonkulous? Is this robot going to ruin the game and throw everything out of balance? Well, we are about to find out. I can't imagine that this is going to be anything less than redonkulous, so we're about to find out what's going on here. So we're about to go sword somebody in the face. I think there's an Ophian right there. That guy doesn't want to mess with this. I mean, maybe he does, but he probably doesn't really want to. Alright, we're going for our first kill here. Can we destroy the Skyros? Alright, so, oh wow, look how many times that hit the guy, right? So this definitely has some better stats than the original. It should be more durable, it attacks longer, and it should just be all around nutso. Alright, so we're gonna get that guy. He's gonna be a pain in my butt. If he comes out of that ability, he's gonna be sorry. Alright, he's not going to. Let's jump into this whole crowd here and see if we can get a couple people at once. Alright, we got one guy. No problem, he's done. Unfortunately, you know what? I did stick around long enough to change the beacon, but I wasn't able to take the beacon, so I need to hit my ability. Oh my god, I just took a lot of damage, so it's not super durable. I think that little hole there in the healing unit saved me, but right there's somebody I can teleport to, so let's go ahead and hit these guys. So far it doesn't feel that much different than the regular sword robot, but this is the first game I've played it so far, and game number 1 really is not enough to go by. Game number 2, that gives me a much better idea. Game number 3, you know, you got to play something quite a bit to really get a good feel for it. So let's hit this guy a few times. All right, come on, come on, come on. Sam Jock is dead, perfect. And they killed me. So there was our very first run ever with the ultimate sword, and it actually went pretty good, but hey, let's go play another game. All right, so now we're dropping in yet again. Let's grab the ultimate sword. And this time, we're going to try to play it a little more carefully, I think. The last game, I just kind of went Rambo with it. I mean, it is a squishy robot. Bottom line, the sword units are a little bit on the squishy side. I think he's actually dragging a sword on the ground, from what I can tell. Alright, so we're pretty much in range. So let's get up in the air. Let's shoot him there a few times. And the problem is, that guy is... There we go, perfect. And we're going to hit him. Yes, we've got him already. That thing went down quick, so that guy did not stand a chance. Now we're going to teleport back to a spot where I don't really want to be. Now in about 10 seconds we're going to go after this guy, if we can get him. I'm not sure. It's kind of tricky trying to get these stealth robots. What I want him to do is actually fire at me. If he shoots, perfect. Alright, he's done. Oh, I wasn't able to teleport in time. Maybe if I'm lucky, perfect. Somebody's in range over there. It's a Ravena, so he might actually be able to avoid my... Nope, we got him. He came out of the ability a little too soon, or wasn't able to get back into the ability fast enough. So that's the guy we want to get right there. Let's see if we can hit him. Oh man, I thought that was going to kill him, but it didn't. That was a bummer. Alright, so he's out of the ability. And yeah, he's playing a good game of hide and seek there. I don't know what's up with that. Let's teleport. Okay, that did not go as planned. That was fun though. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. Even though it didn't work, it was still pretty awesome. Alright, so oh, that was the best thing ever. That was the best. Alright, let's go ahead and get up in the air. That's another sword unit. That guy's almost in range. We are coming in hot. Let's go. Bam. Mr. Ducks. Ah, somebody killed me. Somebody killed me. So far, it's not really feeling any stronger than the regular sword unit for the most part. So yeah, so far, first impression, it's not as broken as I thought it was going to be. It's not really any more broken than the regular sword. So that is my first impression after 2 games, but let's go play another one. Alright, so this is a really weird map. This is actually a great map for the sword robot. Now, if you can keep this thing alive, it will torch people, but as you can see, if somebody hits you with shield breaker, you're gonna die. So shield breaker is still this thing's enemy. I'm pretty sure somebody killed me right through my shield on that last run, so, you know, even though it's ultimate, it's still kind of on the squishy side. But let's go get this guy. Hopefully that's not a Sam Jock. It is. Yeah, he's going to go into the ability and we're not going to be able to take him out. But the good news is me and my teammate were able to take that beacon away from him. And I don't even know where I just was. I think I was over here. I'm so lost. I can't figure out where I'm at. Alright, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Yeah, Ultimate Sword so far isn't as crazy as I thought he was going to be. I mean, it seems really good, but it's not completely insane. Let's see what happens here. Oh my god. That was... Sometimes, I'm going to tell you, the sword's a weird robot. Alright, we got the kill. Let me go ahead and hit my healing. There's ultimate some... Is that... What is that? Is that a leech? I don't want it to leech me. I'm about dead already, so... This thing is squishy, guys. This thing is squishy. I don't care what anybody's going to tell you. It's a squishy robot. Alright, I think we're going to play one more game, so... We'll be back for another one in just a second. Now, I don't know how this happened, but I just dropped in. I think that's a leech with no weapons on it. And let's see if we can kill somebody with the ability, maybe. That's right. Shoot me, sir. I don't have any weapons. Come on, come on. You can do it. Look, he's killing himself by shooting me, I think. It worked out. It worked out really good. I guess we're going to let you see this game footage right here because this will be funny. But we got 4 seconds till we can attach to somebody. So we need to make sure we can attach... Aw, man, we attached to somebody who was in stealth. Maybe if I'm lucky, he'll come out of stealth, but that's not going to do me any good whatsoever. Let me try and run away. No! God. Alright, so now we're going to drop this in. We're going to try and find some titans to destroy. I know we got some titans out here. First, we'll go after this guy because he's wide open. Oh man, he got double sworded right there. That is double trouble. 2 swords right to the face is not something that most people are going to enjoy, but unfortunately that guy just got the double sword action. I don't know, I couldn't think of a better word, I'm sorry. That was not a good thing, action. I mean, come on, I could have said something way better than that, but I didn't. Alright, those guys are hitting me really hard. I don't know where that titan went. Oh, he's back there. Wait, what is that? That is a disconnected sword robot, and we killed it. He was just floating in the air doing nothing. I don't know where the titan went to. He seems to have disappeared. Maybe the enemies killed it off. I'm not sure, but there was a titan on the battlefield a minute ago. So I wanted to fight that on the video, so I killed off my other robot to bring this in, and there does not appear to be a titan anywhere. So somebody must have destroyed it already, which is a bummer because I really wanted to fight a titan. Alright, let's go after this dude. Oh my god, he got the double sword again. That is awful. That is awful, right? I mean, it's bad enough when 1 sword gets you, but when there's 2 swords, that is... Oh crap, there's a sword sorting my sword. So, yeah. As you can see, this thing is not the durable beast we thought it would be. It's just a little bit stronger, I guess. So, I don't know. I mean, it's not as crazy as I thought. I mean, honestly, I think the new Teth is more dangerous. Now, this one actually does not have a pilot on it. So right now I'm playing a Teth without a pilot. Don't ask me why, but we have no pilot on this robot right now. Here comes a sword. I'm gonna go ahead and use my ability. He's gonna... Nope, I thought he was gonna come in here and I was going to escape being sworded, but he eventually just fizzled out instead of flew over here. Alright, check this out. We're gonna go grab a quick kill. Wait, where'd everybody go? My teammates beat them all up, so it's 8-18. My team is destroying everybody, which is bad for those guys. Alright, we're gonna... Alright, sir, come back here. I'm trying to shoot you. There we go. We're in range. He's dead. Nope, he got away. I'm gonna teleport to him, and he's not gonna like what's about to happen here, but this is more scary than the sword, right? The Teth with the new robots is way more scary than the ultimate sword, just so you guys know. Like I said, this one doesn't even have a pilot on it. If it does, alright, it actually might have a pilot, but I don't think it has any pilot skills. So I believe we'll look after the battle, but I'm pretty sure this is a robot with no pilot skills. And I don't know why I just did that. I wasted my ability. So there's a Titan. Watch this, watch this. Where did he freaking dashed out of the way? Hold on. Let me hit him with a rocket. Come on, sir, stop doing that. I'm trying to kill you. So I need to get over here. He's running from me. He knows if he doesn't get back to cover, he's going to get stomped here really quick. I actually need to hit him with these things. There we go. No, it didn't get him. Son of a butt. Where's he at? This guy is getting on my nerves. Sir, stop running around like a turd sandwich and fight like a man. You're a freaking Titan. You're supposed to be big and tough. Alright, goodbye. That's what you get for running, sir. Maybe I would have been easy on you if you hadn't run. Actually, I wouldn't have been. But, you know, sometimes you just have to pretend. Sometimes you just have to pretend. But yeah, this thing is way more crazy than the ultimate sword, in my opinion. I'm more scared of this thing than I am the ultimate sword after playing it. I mean, I've played enough games with it by now to really get a good feel for the ultimate sword. It only feels slightly better than the regular sword at the moment, so it's not really that crazy. Now, I think it's supposed to do extra damage to Titans, so it's probably going to be devastating for smashing Titans. This guy is running away as well. Sir, would you stop that? You can't hide from my crazy bullets. You cannot hide from my crazy bullets, sir. No, you can't. No, you can't. Hold on. Bam. This guy does not want to die. He does not want to die whatsoever. But this robot right here is a super beast. I gotta double check, but I'm about 90% sure this has no skills on the pilot. I could be wrong. One of these tests doesn't have pilot skills. Honestly, I'm not sure if either one has a pilot skills. I think I put pilots on them but no skills just to see what would happen. So that goes to show you, if I'm correct about that, this is the most overpowered robot ever. Well, maybe not ever, but this is the scary robot. I thought the Ultimate Sword was going to be the scary robot that broke the game, but so far, it looks like this is the scary robot that breaks the game. If you know how to play it and if you get the right weapons on it. Let's go look really quickly. I'm about 99.9% sure there's no pilot skills on here. We're about to find out. We are about to find out. So hold on 1 second. Let's look at the scores really fast and then we'll take... What are you doing? There we go. I was like, man, it's not going to work. So we got 9 kills, 6 million damage, came in first place. We kicked everybody's butts. Oh, come on. I don't need to go back to the news page. I want to go see what's going on. So check this out. This one has a level 70 pilot with no pilot skills. This one here, level 70 pilot, no pilot skills. And those things are still ripping people to pieces, right? We do have pilot skills on these. At least one of them, the regular sword unit, I don't think I have pilot skills on this one either. Don't ask why. Alright, it's a long story, but it's kind of a long story why those don't have pilot skills, but these robots with no pilot skills did just fine, just so you guys know. They did just fine. I played every one of these robots and did great with them, so some robots maybe don't need pilot skills when they're a little on the overpowered side. But yeah, it's kind of crazy. But the sword units, this one and this one, they both have skills on the pilots. It's only this one that doesn't, and the 2 Teth robots. So anyways, yeah. All right. Okay, so let's go ahead and talk about this thing's performance, which was not what I expected. I thought this was going to be extremely durable. I thought the enemies weren't going to be able to kill me. I thought it was just going to go in there and one-shot everything, and that wasn't exactly the case. Now, yesterday on my live stream, Adrian was testing his out, and he actually got on my live stream. He flew in, he hit me with it, I escaped, it didn't kill me, so I was like, hey, look, there's an ultimate sword, and then all of a sudden, Adrian pops up, and he's like, that was me. I'm like, oh, okay. But he was not able to kill me with the ultimate sword easily when it came in, so I don't know. I don't know. Maybe if you get the ultimate arm weapons on there or something similar, it'll do way more damage. I don't know, but bottom line is, it's a pretty decent robot. It only feels slightly better than the regular sword unit. I mean, I was expecting a big difference, but it practically feels the same. I think it just hits the enemy a couple more times, giving you a better chance to kill them, but I don't know. I didn't really find it to be that much better than the regular sword. To me, it actually feels very comparable, and I think the Teth robot, as you can see, the Teth with no pilots. I mean, I even showed you there's no pilot skills on these things, and they just did a great job, like a great job. I think if you run into somebody with the new Teth robot with the brand new weapons on it, and they know how to play that thing, I think that's more scary and more dangerous than the ultimate sword robot. So yeah. So if you got a regular sword or an ultimate sword, I don't feel there's that much of a difference between the two. I mean, they really do feel extremely similar. So it's not the broken robot I thought it was going to be. I mean, unless they decide to buff it or change it or do something different with it, it's a little bit better than the regular. And that's about it. That's the best I can say, is it's slightly better than the regular sword unit. So that is the good news, but the bad news is there are sword units everywhere. Like when you go into Champion League now, there is 947 sword units, double teaming you, triple teaming you, quadruple teaming you, and blowing up your robots. That's right. Again, I said robots. It's blowing up your robots' butts. It's not good. But now when I see an ultimate sword on the battlefield, I don't think I'm going to be as scared of it as when I see a Teth on the battlefield. So I think Teth is going to be a nasty robot, and that's the one to be afraid of, in my opinion, not the ultimate sword. I mean, the ultimate sword is really good. It is scary, but it's not what I thought it was going to be. Look at this. If I go into Tapjoy, Battle Knight Cyberpunk RGB is giving away 1.4 million gold in warrobots. You probably got to spend a fortune to get that, but yeah, that's a crazy amount right there. It says you have to collect 3 purple heroes. I assume that's probably not easy. Buy monthly card, complete chapters 7 through 1 in maps, and purchase level funds. So if you want all that, you got to buy things. You got to spend a bunch of money to get that. So yeah, I'm not exactly sure how I ended up in there, but yeah, I mean, you see something like that giving out 1.4 million gold, you know that's too good to be true. You probably got to spend $500 on that game to get it or something. Yeah, of course. And I'm having an error where I click on a robot and nothing's happening. So I think my game's messed up right now. You can see that I'm clicking on it and nothing is happening. But anyways, Ultimate Sword is just a little bit better than the regular sword. I don't think it's going to be that big of a deal. I was expecting these things to come in and just break the game and destroy everything on the battlefield, but I don't think it's going to be that. I think it's just going to be a slightly better version of the real sword, and that's about it. So unless they decide to buff it or something, as of right now, it's just a little bit better, and I'm not as scared of it as I thought it was going to be. So that's the deal right there. Ba-bam, ba-bam, ba-bam. Alright, so at this point in the video, I just want to say thank you so much for watching my videos. It really does help the channel out. Huge extra shout out to my channel members. Thank you so much for the extra support. That is a big help to the channel. Channel memberships are just a couple of bucks, and they really do help to keep the channel running. So does watching more of my videos, so thank you to everybody. I really do appreciate you. If you check out the video's description or the pinned comment, you'll see some other ways to help support my channel, plus some game news and info and some links you can click on. You can find my affiliate links in there where you can get some awesome stuff like cameras, lighting, microphones, stuff for your kitchen, stuff to make your room look cool, and all kinds of amazing things. If you click on the Amazon links to make a purchase, I do get a small commission. Thank you to anybody who uses my warrobots web shop code. I do get a small commission for that, and none of those links cost you anything extra. So thank you for using my code. Thank you for watching my videos. Thank you for everything. You guys and girls are amazing. Danny Lightning out. Have a wonderful day, and we will catch you next time. I hope you enjoyed the video.